Hey everyone, today I'm checking out Cartoon Animator 4. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the software, the features that I liked, what I didn't like, and how I could use it in my animation workflow going forward. Now this video is sponsored by Reallusion. They reached out to me a while back to collaborate on a video, and since I love trying new animation programs, I said yes. So if you've never heard of it, Cartoon Animator 4 is the newest version of the software, releasing in 2019. For this, I'm using the pipeline version, and you can check out the different levels of features for each tier on their website. I'll leave all links down in the description below so you can check it out. Now, I work almost exclusively in 2D frame by frame, and in the past I have struggled so much with rigging and puppets and animating these in programs like After Effects and Flash, so this was really new for me. I definitely expected it to take longer to get used to the program, but I watched a lot of tutorials, and after a couple of days I'd actually got the hang of it, so it was a pleasant surprise. To get started making your own characters and props, you have to make all your assets in another program and then bring in the files to animate with. I really like the fact that you can quickly import and export PSD files and can launch the PSD editor to make instant changes. Another plus is you don't have to use Photoshop either, since the program will ask you which software you want to use. So if you have programs like Critter, Affinity or Clip Studio Paint, they're good as well. For this test here, I wanted to add in some slight movements in the hair and the leaves. I mostly used the freebone tools in this one, which was super quick and easy to rig. I learned a lot in this test, and after deciding that I'd really gone overboard with the leaves, I found importing everything aside from the character as props would actually help me get everything a bit more organised. I also assigned some transition curves to the keyframes since they can finish off a movement nicely. What I didn't like about the transition curves was that you couldn't highlight a few keyframes and have them all change at the same time, but you had to select them one by one, which if you've got a lot of keyframes can be quite time consuming. Also, once I'd added the transition curves to a keyframe, it wasn't obvious that there'd been an adjustment. For me personally, I think it would have been quite nice if they'd changed colour or shape to show that there was an effect on the keyframe. For my next test, I decided I wanted to make a rigged character. There's loads of templates that you can use, and the PSD export features allowed me to save it as a new file and use the folder structure and pinpoints as a guide. The pinpoints and structure were really helpful, since when I took the file back into Cartoon Animator, all the bones were already set up and I could get started straight away. If you don't want to design or rig your own, there's some free characters and props in the tabs of the Content Manager, and characters you can buy on their marketplace. Now, one of my favourite parts of Cartoon Animator is the recording options. You can import a sound file, record something straight into the program, or use the text-to-speech options with quite a few voices that you can adjust how you want them. Though you can definitely tell they're computer generated, sometimes I need something done quickly and don't have time to ask a friend to read lines for me, so this would come in very handy. The recording feature leads me onto lip sync. Cartoon Animator 4 can actually generate lip sync for you, but from my tests with it, it's not been that accurate. They're easy enough to change, and I found it much quicker to add in more lip shapes or switch them out for another using the menu. But overall, I prefer to do them manually, since it definitely looks a lot more natural this way. Now, the final thing I want to mention is the 3D view. It was really easy to position everything in the space and flip between the front facing and the 3D view. This feature is very useful if you want your character to be between layers or create some parallax with a camera move. Overall, I enjoyed using Cartoon Animator 4 more than I thought I would, and it was a lot easier than expected for someone who struggled with rigging and animating puppets like this before. It has some really nice features, the interface is clean and simple to understand, and it's very easy to export. The way that I'd use the software going forward would probably be to animate simple explainer videos, illustrations for my social media, and after I'd set up my character how I wanted it, I'd likely use it for the lip sync portions in my storytime animations. So, big thank you to Reallusion for sponsoring this video. If you want to learn more about Cartoon Animator 4 or check it out for yourself, I've put links in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll be back with another one real soon. Bye!